What's going down, folks? It's your boy C back on the sticks once again with another Madden 17 franchise video for you guys. And this is week 3 of season 2, and our opponent this week is the Detroit Lions, so we got to come out here and take care of business. For those of you guys that might not be following the series, we are 1-1 in the season. We dropped the first game to the Carolina Panthers, but bounced back with a pretty strong victory last week against Tampa Bay. So hopefully in this one we can come out and keep the momentum rolling. Now we get this one started with the quick slant play to Josh Gordon for a first down. Next play, Matt Ryan dropping back, trying to thread the needle there, but it's well covered by the Detroit defense. Next play, we're going to the ground game with Freeman, and he's able to break one off the right side for a huge pickup on the ground right there. That's the type of running game that we need, a 31-yard pickup on the play. Bringing up 1st and 10 now, we hand the ball off to Coleman, and he picks up a good gain of about 6 or 7 on the play. Bringing up a 2nd and 3, Matt Ryan dropping back and completes a short pass to the tight end Hooper, who ends up picking up a first down. So now we're looking at a 1st and 10 situation. Matt Ryan directing traffic, taking the snap, looking downfield and firing a dart to Julio Jones for the touchdown, and we're able to take an early 7-0 lead in this one. Taking another quick look at the play, look at Julio just going up and getting that one. That play was made by Julio all the way. So how does our defense step up in this one? On the first drive by Detroit, we give up a quick little out by the running back right there for a gain of 14. Bringing up a 1st and 10, Stafford empty backfield, taking the snap, and once again firing over to the flat. This time it's Ebron, the tight end, making the catch right there for a gain of 7. Next on 2nd and 3, they hand the ball off right there to McCree, and the Falcons run defense is all over that play. And I did kind of go for the kill shot there and missed them early on, but our defense was able to recover and make the play. And speaking of making plays, look at Keanu Neal coming down from the strong safety spot. Matthew Stafford tries to go play action to fool the defense, but Neal is not buying it, and he stays with the play all the way through to make the sack. So we take over after forcing the 3 and out there. Matt Ryan coming out I formation, directing traffic, goes play action, looks downfield, has a man. It's Julio Jones with the step on the defense. He comes down with it and walks in untouched for the score. And just like that, folks, we are on the board in this one, drawing first blood. And on that play, Matt got his 10th touchdown of the season. That's crazy. We've only played 2 games and only a couple of minutes of 1 quarter, and Matt has already thrown 10 touchdowns. That's a pretty crazy stat if you guys think about it. But look at Grady Jarrett making the tackle on the back in the backfield right there. Just like I told you guys in the last video, Grady seems to keep making these types of plays. He just tosses the left guard aside and tackles the running back for a loss on the play. So now they're looking at a 2nd and 12, Matt Stafford taking the snap and shotgun, and he ends up throwing it out of bounds just as the pressure gets to him. So the defense is definitely cranked up in this one, you guys. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but the D-line is pretty much the same as last year except for Easley and Jarrett in the middle. The linebackers are the exact same with Campbell, Jones, and Beasley. And the corners in our base 4-3 under Desmond Trufant and Sherrod Westmoreland. The safeties are Allen and Neal. And did you guys see how big Westmoreland is compared to everybody standing next to him? I'm telling you guys right now, he's going to be one monster of a corner. So after we force the short dump off pass there, we end up forcing the 3 and out. We get the ball back here on 1st and 10. Matt Ryan makes a quick adjustment, takes a 3-step drop and fires it up to Julio Jones, and he is not going to be caught right here. There is just no way that the defense can contain this 99 overall wide receiver. And yes, Julio is 99 overall at this point. And that actually reminds me, I do need to do an update on all the progression so far, but just to give you guys a general idea, most of the guys are within 2 to 3 points of where we started from. So there's not a lot of development going on, and regression too for that matter. The only player that I can really say is regressed in my opinion is Ricardo Allen. I believe he's a 77 overall, so he's regressed 1 point since last season, but the thing that jumps out at me the most is his development trait is no longer set to normal. It's now dropped down to slow, and it's probably attributed to the fact that I don't use the free safety as much, so I'm pretty sure he's not completing his goals during the game. Anyway though, getting back to the gameplay, it's 3rd and 7, we dump it off to Devontae Freeman, and he's got 1 man to beat, but he gets pushed out of bounds by Darius Slay right there, and he picks up a huge gain for a 1st down. On the next play, Matt Ryan takes the snap and dumps it off to Julio Jones, who cannot get north and south, but eventually the drive stalls and we try the field goal and it's no good. It clanks off the left upright and we end up giving the ball right back to Detroit. So all that work for nothing as Detroit takes over on downs. So Matt Stafford comes out with a quick pass and connects to his wide receiver right there for a 1st down, setting up shop at the 33. Stafford dumping it off to his running back near the sidelines for a short pickup on the play, bringing up a 2nd and manageable. Stafford in the pistol, firing and connecting with Golden Tate. He ends up making the catch for the first down, and Detroit's getting into a little bit of rhythm on offense until the next play. Stafford shaking off Sheed somehow, but it's not shake off Upshaw, and he brings him down for the sack on the play. Now it's a 2nd and long situation. Stafford dumps it off short to Woods, and he drops it near the sideline. So now they're looking at 3rd and 20. They just hand it off to the back and try to get whatever they can, and we end up forcing a 3 and out, and Dan Quinn is right on top of the clock management, calling the timeout to stop the clock with 1:11 to go. So we come out, we hand the ball off to Coleman, and he breaks loose into the open field. There's nothing but green grass in front of him. There is no catching that 93 speed, and he dives into the end zone right there. And just like that, folks, this thing is turned into a blowout. Taking another look at it, everybody does their job up front. That frees up Coleman off the right side, and he has nothing but open space in front of him once he accelerates through the hole. And then he just dives into the end zone to put an exclamation point on one of his best runs all year. So just before we get to halftime, Detroit ends up making it all the way to the red zone. On 2nd and goal here, Stafford taking a quick 5-step drop, and the pressure forces him to get rid of it out of bounds. Now they're looking at 3rd and goal. Stafford in the gun this time, firing the pass in and completing it for a touchdown. I think that's Jones on the play, and they're able to get back in this thing. On their next drive to start the second half, Detroit hands the ball off and gets a pretty good gain on the ground right there. But for the most part, I've been pretty happy with our defense overall in this one, you guys, because on the very next play, they try to go to the ground game again, and we are all over that play. Bringing up a 3rd and 9 now. Stafford taking the snap, surveying the field, and he's under pressure, and he takes the sack. Rashid Hagman on the play, but unfortunately we do nothing with it and go 3 and out. So Detroit gets another crack at it. They hand the ball off, and that one almost gets broken loose. I think Vic Beasley got a touchdown saving tackle on that play, you guys. So that sets up a 2nd and 1. They call streaks. I call an all-out blitz, and they end up with the better play call there. Ebron was all by himself, so he just makes the catch and just walks in for the score. So now it's a 25-17 game. On a 3rd and 18 play, I go back to my 99 overall weapon, Julio Jones, and he runs away from Darius Slay, celebrating all the way to the end zone for the fans. And I almost thought he was going to run down the hall there for a second, but taking another look at it, there is no way that Julio is being contained by single coverage, because he'll beat it at least 8 out of 10 times. And on this play, once he makes the catch and turns on the Jets, you might as well just start lining up for the kickoff on the next play. So how does Detroit respond to the touchdown by Julio? The Lions try to go to the ground game, but we are all over that. Grady Jarrett makes yet another play, stuffing the running back in the backfield. So on 2nd and 10 now, Stafford going to the sidelines yet again. The pass is completed, but only for a short gain, bringing up a 3rd and 8. Stafford, with time in the pocket, connects with his tight end Ebron for the first down, and they end up setting up shop at the 31. 1st and 10 now. Stafford's under pressure as soon as he takes the snap, but it's knocked loose after the hit by Upshaw, bringing up a 2nd and 10 now. Stafford again, trying to scramble out of the pocket, looking downfield, but Vic Beasley is able to track him down for a sack on the play. Taking another look at it, Vic Beasley crosses the entire formation, chasing down Matt Stafford. By the time Stafford looks up, Vic Beasley is already beating down on him, and there's just no time for him to get rid of it. Nice play right there by Vic. So after getting the sack there, Detroit tries a pretty long field goal and they knock it through. And those are pretty much guaranteed for the CPU. I don't think they've ever missed one. So on the next drive for Detroit, it's 4th and 5. Stafford's under pressure and he forces it into coverage, is picked off by Desmond Trufant. And that is your dagger, ladies and gentlemen. We end up taking a knee a couple possessions later, and we end up walking out of here with a W. The final score in this one is 35-23. And I think we had a pretty good game overall in this one in front of our home fans. I think the defense did pretty well despite giving up a few late scores, but at that point it really didn't matter. And on offense, I think we had a really hot start in this one, but as you can see here, we kind of tapered off from the second quarter on, but we'll still get out of here with a W. Now, like I told you guys in the last video, after we locked up Desmond Trufant long term, we would not be able to re-sign everybody. And unfortunately, Devontae is one of the guys that wants to be paid big money, so we have to send him on his way. And it's really unfortunate because Devontae is one of my favorite Falcons in real life, so it was a pretty difficult decision for me to pull the trigger on this deal. Now, in addition to creating some more cap flexibility, this also gets me back a first-round pick, and it's projected to be a top 10 pick, because if you guys remember, I had to trade my first-round pick in order to get Westmoreland. So who knows how this is going to play out in the end, but right now I really like my situation with draft picks. We have multiple second rounders plus a high first round pick. If this holds true, I think we've definitely got some real firepower to do some damage in the draft this season, folks, but we'll see how it plays out in the end. Anyways though, we wish Devontae Freeman the best in San Diego, and as for me, I'm up against it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm signing off, and I'll see you in the next one.